Alright, what is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to be talking about the sudden firing of Taylor Jenkins. Earlier today, the Memphis Grizzlies let go of Taylor Jenkins, their coach for 6 seasons, in a very stunning move right before the playoffs. We're going to talk all about it here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, getting closer and closer as the days go on. So all support around the channel will be very much appreciated. Link to my Twitter and all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So earlier today, Chris Haynes was the first one to report that the Grizzlies are parting ways with Taylor Jenkins, and Shams comes out and tweets it, and also a statement was released by the GM, and Shams also said that they called Taylor Jenkins into the offense this morning and fired him in person and dismissed him right away, in a very shocking move for many different reasons. This is it's insane. I saw it and I was like, what? Like, I honestly did think a little bit that Chris Haynes got hacked maybe, or given some misinformation or whatever. But then when Shams tweeted and all this stuff, I was like, oh, this is actually real. Also, by the way, don't mind my hair. I'm sorry. I just washed it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, crazy, 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 crazy. Taylor Jenkins has been the coach of the Grizzlies for about 6 seasons now. He has been really good at his job, honestly. Like, I think Taylor Jenkins is one of the most underrated coaches, I think, in the NBA. To bring the Grizzlies from what they were when he inherited them as like a team in the middle of a transition between, with no Mike Conley, Gasol, that era kind of being over, and then they pick up John Morant, and they've been building this team, and they have been really good. I mean, they've exceeded expectations. Been a 50-plus win team, been a top seed in the Western Conference, and been doing their thing. Then even last year when they had the injuries and the fortunate year to bounce back this year to be consistently, they've been a top 5 team in the West for basically the entirety of the season. With so many things going right for them. They've been one of the best teams. I've said it multiple times on the channel, talking about the Grizzlies, and when talk about their young players and stuff, they've probably been maybe the best team in terms of developing players. Like, you see guys like Scottie Pippen Jr. was a two-way guy. And the Lakers, I was bouncing around. Then all of a sudden, he gets to the Grizzlies, and now he's one of the better backup point guards in the league. Santi Aldama was an unknown 30th overall pick a couple years ago, and now he's one of the better role players in the league. Jalen Wells was a second-round pick this year and might win Rookie of the Year. Jay Huff was another two-way guy bouncing around the league, and now he's a serviceable NBA player. The development of the Grizzlies was just the best. They always found, I mean, Desmond Bane, they traded for him in the first round late, and now he's a 20-plus point per game scorer. Like, they've just done so many different things in terms of developing and finding players and put together a very competent roster. And even this year was no different. They have been a little bit of a losing skid, I guess. They haven't been as amazing in the second half as they have in the first half of the season, but they're still going to be a top 5 team in the Western Conference. And it's just dang near unheard of to fire a head coach. Literally, it's March 28th right now. There are 10 games left in the season. They have about 10-ish, 10, 11-ish games left in the season, and they fire a coach that for a team that's going to be in the playoffs. It's not like they're an 11 seed. If they're like, usually when coaches get fired around this time, it's with bad teams. We're a 13 seed or 12 seed, 11 seed, kind of, expectations didn't go your way. A team's on the middle, like about to go into a rebuild or something. They fired their head coach. That happens all the time. But to see a coach that's been there for a long time, it's not like he's a 1 year. He's been there for a while. He's been through for over 6 years. That has done a good job. That has a team that probably is going to win close to 50 games this year. You're going to be a top 5 seed. You potentially could be a 2 or 3 seed in the Western Conference. Fire their coach 10 games before the playoffs start is unheard of, and makes me believe, like, there's got to be something more to this. There has to be. I just feel like there's no way. Like, the only way this happens is if there's something off the court that happened, which I hope it's not, but that's got to be in consideration. Or a lot of people are kind of thinking or theorizing that maybe John Morant came in and said, hey, Taylor's just not the guy anymore for us, and they're tired of him, I guess. But if it's not one of those two cases, then it's literally the GM saying, you know what, we're on a losing skid a little bit. We're not playing as well as we should be. Taylor, I'm sorry. In March, like, it is crazy. It is really, really crazy. And I don't know we don't know the full story yet. There hasn't been a full, article by Shams or someone reporting all of this. So maybe once that article comes out, we can find a lot more information out about why this happened. Maybe it makes a little more sense. But it's still a very confusing move to me to fire a coach. I mean, this firing doesn't just come out of one day being like, you know what, let's get rid of him. This had to be a sort of buildup, where it's like, I don't know if he's the guy for us. And if that was it, cool. But why not wait till after the season? Why not wait till after the season? Because it had to be a buildup of some sort. The last night's loss to OKC, where they gave up a big run in the middle of the fourth quarter, was that the turning point where it's like, all right, we can't have him here anymore? Like, I just don't. It just doesn't make sense. At this, like, again, not him them firing him. This timing, like, literally, we're about to be in April, and you're about to be a top, might have home court advantage in the first round of a playoff series, and you fire your coach. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense for a GM to do that. And if you did think about firing him, and you were like, he's not the guy for us, why not wait till after you lose in the playoffs? Why not wait till the off season? So it's like, all right, we gave you your time, off season, fire your coach, and now we can start the process of finding our new coach. They upgraded one of their assistants, their new assistants, to a main head coach who actually is really, really good, and he might get a coaching job somewhere. Maybe he's the Grizzlies' future coach. Maybe they saw him on the roster and they're like, you know what? Let's have him be our future coach. I don't know. But the timing of it is just really weird and bad. Like I just don't know how you can incorporate a new head coach into your team and have a whole new leader, a whole new coach, a whole new coach the players have to kind of get used to, even though he's already been there, but he was an assistant. Head coach is a completely different thing in 10 games before the playoffs start. Like, that's just wild. It's really, really wild. And I don't know about this for the Grizzlies. Like, I see a lot of Grizzlies fans react to this, and a lot of people are Grizzlies fans. I think Grizzlies fans are the only people that are kind of happy, I guess. Maybe they were tired of Taylor Jenkins and wanted to see something new, which that's cool. I get it. Again, firing is not the problem, you know? Like, if they want to go a different way, like, Taylor Jenkins is a really good coach at developing. If you want to set a culture, Taylor Jenkins does that. Can he lead you to a championship? I don't know. We haven't seen that yet, and maybe the Grizzlies don't think that he's the guy that's going to be holding the trophy. Well, they think can be holding the trophy for them, and that's okay. But again, the timing of it, you're you're literally 10. You have 11 games before the playoffs, 10 games before the playoffs start, and you're a top 5 seed in the West, and you're like, you know what? He's not the guy anymore. Let's fire him. That is like unheard of. It just does not make sense to me at all. Doesn't make sense to me at all. But if this story comes out, if Taylor Jenkins could still coach, if Taylor Jenkins, if this is not like an off court issue, or anything like that, and the Grizzlies just fired Taylor Jenkins because they didn't think he was good enough, and Taylor Jenkins is now in the open market, which is what it kind of seems like, is if nothing, it's been a couple hours, if nothing's come out at this point by Shams or anybody, then it seems like they just fired him just because they just didn't think he was right for the job. If that's what it was, man, I'm very excited to see what Taylor Jenkins does, where he goes, because I feel like he's going to be probably maybe the top candidate on the market, especially for some of these young teams that, are in the middle of a rebuild and kind of need something to go. I mean, you're looking around at some of the teams here, the Portland Trailblazers, Chauncey Billups is on the last year of his deal. Maybe they bring in Taylor Jenkins now because he's a guy that can set a culture and develop players, and Portland needs that. They already shown flashes of it. Maybe it's Portland. Maybe it's, I don't know. The Wizards just got Brian Keith. The Hornets just got is it the is it no, the Raptors just got Darko. It might have to be like the Blazers, unless it's gonna be like the Suns fire Bud and bring Taylor Jenkins in. Like, unless it's something like that magnitude where it's like, a playoff team fires their coach and they try to bring Taylor Jenkins in because he's been a guy that's won 50 plus games. I don't know, but I also like him in a younger environment. Maybe is it the Suns? Is it the Bulls? I don't know. Is it the Rap? I don't know. No, the Pelicans. If the Pelicans fire Willie Green, maybe after this bad year, do they bring in Taylor Jenkins? I don't know. I don't know where he's gonna go, but I promise you, wherever he goes, it's gonna be a good time there. Because Taylor Jenkins, I do believe, is a really good coach in this league, and it's still kind of stunning to me that they just fired just like that. He's gone. 10 games before the playoffs. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is the right move for the Grizzlies for right now, you know. And again, if they did this in the off season, fine. Off season, whatever. You know, off season, you know, they didn't think he was the right guy for the job. Cool. And they wanted to upgrade. That's fine. But like right before the playoffs is just it's nuts. It is nuts to me. But yeah, we'll see if more comes out about this story. If there is some more to the story, which I feel like there might be a little bit. And we'll see where Taylor Jenkins ends up next offseason and see how the Grizzlies finish out this season. You know, it's gonna be very interesting and weird to see. But we just gotta wait and see, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn on notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. Once again, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so all the support on the channel be very much appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.